Hey, today we're going to do a different kind of video. I got a comment asking for a tip, so I'm going to respond to the comment. The comment says, "Hi, I am writing a sci-fi slash fantasy book myself. Any tips on who to approach and how to approach for getting the best publication quality or good marketing? Love your tips." Ah, that's flattering. Thank you. Now, that question is humongous. Whether or not you know it, that's like a super duper loaded question because each single word in that message qualifies for its own video. But to really quickly gloss over the broadest possible strokes of it, any tips on who to approach and how to approach? Well, first off, just Google how to write a novel query letter, and you'll find tons of guides for how to approach if you're looking to get traditionally published either by getting an agent or directly contacting a publisher. So look up how to write a query letter. It should be 300 words or less, really 250 words or less if you can spin it. Like nice and small, one page, tight. It's going to have an intro saying your genre, your word count, then a quick little tiny paragraph with a mini synopsis, like a log line for a film, and then a little outro talking about yourself and why you're a good fit for that person, agent or publisher, whatever. So that's the elements of a query letter. Who to approach would be, well, again, if you want a literary agent, go for literary agencies. And if you're looking how to find those, Writer's Digest has a bazillion compiled. They also have a book every year, like Writer's Guide 2020 Guide to Literary Agents. So just check that out from your library and look through it for agents in your specific subgenre, be it sci-fi romance or dark fantasy, whatever the subgenre is, go for them. If they only want young adult and you're writing adult, don't bother. You know what I mean? Don't waste their time if they're not one for one aligned with you. And don't waste your time either because they really don't care about you at all, which is why I'm going to say and by the way, you can just look up best literary agency lists. It's easy enough. Any list with like Ethan Ellenberg on it is going to be legitimate. Trident Media Group, there are a bazillion Curtis Brown, there's a ton of literary agencies. So find lists with those and start narrowing down who you should be querying. Otherwise, just go directly to publishers. If there are any publishers that you like with editors, the big ones like HarperCollins do not accept direct submissions, but sometimes they're tiny little imprints. Like if I'm not mistaken, Scholastic has a science fiction imprint that accepts direct submissions. Make sure you find out who the editors are for those imprints and publishers and use them in your query letter. Don't just say to whom this concerns because they'll just blow you off. They'll blow you off likely anyway, but your odds are a lot better if you personalize it. So that's what you do there. If you want the traditional route, either go directly to the source. Most publishers will not mess with you unless you have a literary agent, so that's a downside. But yeah, and then as for independent, well, you don't approach anyone. You approach yourself, and then you find freelancers to do the jobs you can't, i.e., cover creation and formatting your book for print and ebook and all that. So formatter and cover artist and editor if you don't have anyone you trust to edit it for free or relatively close to there, because obviously books are a pain in the ass to edit. So you don't want to rip someone off, friend or otherwise. So yeah, you're just going to need to round up your little freelancer crew, and then I would take it to Amazon if I were you, because that is the easiest print-on-demand service out there. It's so simple. With regards to publication quality, they're a little dodgy on a print-by-print basis, but they are just the all-in-one package of easy distribution modeling for indies. So there's no other game in town that'll compete with them. Let's be honest. Even though their quality, I haven't tried Ingram Spark or Lola. Lulu. I think it's Lulu. Anyway, so yeah, that's my very quick answer there, which is just go the Amazon route, get your little freelancer team together. And as for good marketing, God help you. I've been trying here, and it's been kicking my ass. Many people would recommend Facebook advertising, but finding a qualified Facebook effort on an indie starter budget, very tricky. And Amazon ads, as I've already said before, are basically useless at your small stage at the beginning. Anything like Fiverr people are usually ripoffs, so they're not worth going for. They just have awful audiences. It's very, very tricky to market. And as all my little vlogs have been, you've seen, if you look at my stuff over the past month, it's a real grab bag of just me just throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. And the most unconventional nonsense sticks. So that's a loaded question. All of these are very big questions. And if you want to see a video about anything more specific, and this goes for anyone, not just the person who asks for this originally, but anyone who wants to see a video on a specific topic with regards to novel creation, marketing, development, review, etc. Anyone who has a question and wants a more in-depth answer on a specific thing, feel free to. Just like I said, if you don't want me to broadly brush over a ton of stuff very quickly, then make sure that your question's like very singular, very, very dedicated to a specific topic, whereas this one's kind of like, how does the whole process work? So yeah, that is my ultra quick speed run through the macro and micro of book publishing and marketing. If you like this, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, whatever you want to do. You know the usual calls to action. And most importantly, just check out Earth Game of the Year edition if you want a fun read. I promise you this thing is more educational than all of my videos on this channel combined. So, yeah, those are my thoughts. Cheers, and thanks again, Dixit, for the question.